Audio Jungle. Two Clarendon men charged in relation to kidnapping incident. The Clarendon police say they have laid charges against two men in connection with a kidnapping incident in Palmer's Cross in the parish on Sunday, January 14. 31-year-old labourer Philip Robinson, otherwise called Sean, and 21-year-old farmer Ashman Gallimore, both of Rectory Road, Clarendon, have been charged with kidnapping at common law, robbery with aggravation, and wounding with intent. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 2:15 p.m., a man boarded a taxi with the driver and a passenger on board. On reaching his destination, he reportedly asked to be let off. However, the driver allegedly refused to stop. The passenger reportedly brandished a machete and robbed the man of his Samsung Galaxy A13 cell phone valued at $25,000 and $10,000 cash. The man was subsequently taken to a section of River Heights, also in the parish, where he was beaten and threatened. He managed to escape his attackers but reportedly sustained chops in the process. The man later reported the incident to the police and was assisted to hospital, where he was treated. Robinson and Gallimore were taken into custody the following day after an investigation. Charges were filed against them on Friday, January 19, after an identification parade. They are scheduled to appear in the Maypen Parish Court on Thursday, January 25th. Satan facing robbery extortion charges. Multiple charges have been laid against 33-year-old Karen Daly, otherwise called Satan or Iron, a loaderman of Thompson Pen, Beacon Hill in St. Catherine. The charges reportedly stemmed from an incident on Burke Road, Spanish Town on Saturday, December 16, 2023. It is alleged that Daly and another man, who were having a heated argument when the accused used a ratchet knife to stab the complainant before allegedly slashing the two front tires of his Toyota Wish motor car and stealing Jamaica $30,000 from the vehicle. Daly was arrested and charged with robbery with aggravation, extortion, assault at common law, malicious destruction of property, and being armed with an offensive weapon. His court date is being finalized. Former PNP council aspirant freed of assault charges. St. Elizabeth school teacher and former People's National Party PNP aspirant for the Lakova Division, O'Shane Gale, was freed of an assault charge on Monday. The charge stemmed from the alleged board beating of his then pregnant spouse last October. Gale, represented by attorney at law Thomas Levine, appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Santa Cruz. Levine told reporters that his client was acquitted after the complainant, Gale's ex-spouse and the mother of his first child, expressed no further interest in the case. The complainant, with whom he was involved in a relationship, indicated through her attorney that she had no further interest in the case and that she has reconciled her differences with Mr. Gale. Mr. Gale was arrested and charged in 2023 following an incident at her home, and he has maintained his innocence since then, stated Levine. Subsequently, she gave birth to a child, and all three attended court together. Mr. Gale, a teacher at Magati High School in the parish of St. Elizabeth, expressed his gratitude at the outcome and is looking forward to bonding with his first child. As for his political future, Mr. Gale remains a committed supporter of the People's National Party and looks forward to serving in whatever capacity the party deems fit, Levine added. The complainant was represented by Shane Morgan and Cherise Cummins. In October 2023, the PNP moved swiftly to sever ties with Gale after he was allegedly charged with assault. At the time, the teacher was selected to represent the party in the Lakova Division of St. Elizabeth to Northwestern in the upcoming local general election. Shanika Gray murder accused not fed, judge livid. The continuation of the presiding judge's instructions to the jury in the trial of Greg Roberts, the defendant in the 2017 murder of a schoolgirl Shanika Gray, was temporarily put on hold yesterday afternoon following the revelation that the accused was not fed on time. A visible aggravated High Court Justice Bertram Morris ordered that the hearing should resume only after Roberts received his lunch. Roberts, who is in police custody, did not get his food in a time mannered during a lunch break on Monday's proceeding at the St. James Parish Court. This is a comment I have had to make at least 3 occasions. We cannot treat him like that. He is a human being, Morris said, in chastising tone before ordering that Roberts should be given the chance to refresh himself. On previous court dates throughout the trial, Roberts informed the court that he had not been given an opportunity to have his meal ahead of his scheduled appearances. As a result, in yesterday's delay, Morrison's ongoing instructions to the jury were pushed back to a later date on Monday afternoon. Earlier that morning, in his instruction and summation of the evidence, Morrison advised that the jury should try to treat with caution the evidence presented by Roberts' former co-defense Muriel Morrison, who testified for the prosecution, because of the likelihood that the latter may be a particular interest to serve. On the other hand, the jury was advised that the photographic evidence which has been presented so far should be taken into consideration during this eventual deliberation. Shanika Gray, a 15-year-old student of the Greenpond High School, was found dead with multiple stab wounds in Irving St. James on February 1, 2017, 3 days after she was last seen alive in Montego Bay while returning home from a funeral of a schoolmate. Head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary McKenzie shares information on the traffic changes to take effect at midday on January 23, 2024 for the Bob Marley movie premiere at the Carib Theatre in Kingston.
So tomorrow, 23rd of January 2024, between the hours of 12 midday to 12 midnight, there will be the Bob Marley premiere event in the Crossroads area. It will be exactly at Carib Theatre, but it will also take in the area in front of Carib. As a result of that, the concentric area in and around Carib, that area will be cordoned off and it will be controlled. What this means is that normal traffic will not be able to access inside that concentric area because the activities will take place there. One of the things that will happen is that we will have normal traffic being rerouted in some instances. It is important to note that the changes are not a lot. And so there are two main roads that are going to be affected. The first one is Studio One Boulevard between Retirement Road and Lindus Road that will have traffic heading northerly. That means that traffic proceeding from Sly Pen Road will be one-way traffic in the vicinity of Lyndhurst Road towards Retirement Road. What will happen once traffic reach the Retirement Road, they will be allowed to turn left towards Lyndhurst Road or right towards Halfway Tree Road. It is important to note that traffic that is proceeding from Lyndhurst Road along Retirement Road towards Halfway Tree Road will only be able to make the last left turn, which will take them into the area of Collins Green, where they can turn right and access Halfway Tree Road. The other road that will be affected in terms of a one-way system is Marasca Road, where between Caledonia Avenue straight down to Connolly Avenue, that area will be one-way traffic. And so what will happen is that traffic that normally comes up Mariska Road, they can turn right onto Connolly Road, and then they access Arnold Road and then Camp Road, where they can proceed to Tom Redcom Road, or they can actually proceed onto Halfway Tree Road. It is important to note in revisiting the area of Studio One Boulevard that persons who normally come down Studio One Boulevard, meaning from Retirement Road right onto Studio One Boulevard down to Lyndhurst Road, that those persons will have to turn right once they come up Russell Road onto Lyndhurst Road to actually go downtown. Persons who are traveling along Lyndhurst Road from Maxfield Avenue, they will have to do the same. So these are the main areas that are affected. Now, one of the things that will happen is that there will be a shift in terms of where some public passenger vehicles park. Let me address the matter with the JUTC buses. All the buses that normally drive along Slipe Road from Halfway Tree Road or coming from downtown Kingston will be able to access Slipe Road. And so all the buses that generally comes down Halfway Tree Road right onto Slipe Road or if they come along Hold Hope Road heading towards downtown, those buses will be able to stop to their left in the vicinity of the banks. The JUTC buses that heads up from downtown Kingston, they will be accommodated in terms of stopping in the vicinity of the clock area or in the vicinity just below, which is in the area of courts. It is important to note that the buses that usually park along Lewar's Crescent that takes persons to Spanish Town, those buses will be parked along Caledonia Avenue. That is just adjacent to where the taxi stand is in the vicinity of Burger King. It is also important to note that other JUTC buses that will come along Camp Road onto Caledonia Avenue, they will also be able to stop in the vicinity of Caledonia Avenue and then head out towards Half Tree Road. One of the things that will happen is that all the areas that I've mentioned, to include the concentric area of Carib and all the roads that I mentioned, will have police officers who will be there to guide persons, who will be there to answer questions and to ensure that persons are able to go through to their various destinations. One of the things that I will address is the fact that this is a very important event, and I know that persons will want to come out. The area that we have the performances, which is just before Carib, it is really not infinite in terms of space. And so that area will be controlled by the police. And so persons will be admitted, but let us understand that after a certain time, in terms of the numbers that may come in, some persons might not be able to go as close as they would want. The police will be there. We will understand and explain and ensure that persons are aware of what is happening.
Old Harbour man freed of 2013 murder. And Old Harbour man accused of stabbing death of another man during a dispute over 10 years ago was yesterday freed in the St. Catharines Circuit Court. A formal verdict of not guilty was returned against 31-year-old Damon Henry after the main witness was discredited under cross-examination. Henry was tried for the June 6, 2013 stabbing death of Travis Callahar, a 27-year-old labourer of Old Harbour. The court was told that in her statement to the police, the witness stated that she saw the incident. However, under cross-examination, she admitted that she was told by someone else what occurred. Henry's attorney, Dr. Miller, and Diana Mitchell told the court that the witness cannot be trusted. Justice Yvonne Brown agreed, stating that no evidence was presented by the main witness to make the nexus between the offense and therefore the ingredients of offense were not proven. The witness is manifestly unreliable, therefore I cannot put the case to the jury for deliberation, Brown stated. The jury was then instructed to return a formal not guilty verdict. Henry made numerous appearances in court and maintained his innocence throughout. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.